Hey guys, it's Hakeem here, back with some more Magic. This week we're playing the Azorius Combo deck, looking at an opening hand with a Dissolve that we can't cast, a Gamzo that we can put out on the play, and then a Baneslayer Cleansing after that. No card draw. I'm going to take a free mulligan here. Here we've got only two cards, but we've got the Wall of Omens and a Cloud Shift that we can use to draw into another card. An Inspiration and a Talrand, so I'm going to keep this one. And start off with the planes. So yeah, hopefully you watch the deck tech and you know what the deck's all about, but essentially it's just about comboing off Cloud Shift, which we have in our hand here, with Archaeomancer to keep blinking it repeatedly and either generate a bunch of trakes through Talrand or put a whole bunch of charge counters on Sphinx Bone Wand. So we're playing against Zach Parbs, who starts with planes into Traveler's Amulet, which just lets him go and search out some basic land out of his deck. We picked up a second land, which is good, and I'm sorry, a third land, and it's our second island, which means we'll have Dissolve mana open next turn, but we're just going to play out the Wall of Omens here to draw a card. And, you know, next turn we can probably think about Cloud Shifting it if we don't have to dissolve anything, just because there are 4 Archaeomancers in here and it's easy to get it back. Although having Talrand in hand, I might just try and cast him on 5 mana with Cloud Shift up, so I may not actually go ahead and do that. But we'll see what happens. He's cracked open his Traveler's Amulet and gone and fetched another Plains. So I'm assuming he's going to put that into play. But we will see. So yeah, it's Friday night, and having a nice drop of Canadian whiskey here while I wait for supper that's in the oven. And yeah, wait to enjoy my weekend off. So I've got the 5 mana here that I'm going to need to play Talrand on the 5th turn with Cloud Shift backup. So for now, we're just going to put the island into play and hold up Dissolve. And with an Inspiration next turn, and like I said, with the Talrand already in hand, I'm not going to be so liberal with this Cloud Shift. I'm going to save it. Our opponent has just played a Radiant Fountain to gain 2 life, and then played a Lone Missionary to gain 4 more. It's just a 2/1 though. My wall can block that all day long. So just do nothing on this turn, which is unfortunate. We'll put the second white source into play here. 4 land total, so now we're holding up Dissolve, but we can fire off an Inspiration at the end of the turn if we don't need it. So let's see now. He's played a Lone Missionary and a Radiant Fountain. Looks to be mono white. And he's playing another Missionary here, so he's going to gain 4 more life and go up to 30. But he doesn't have any Angelica Chords or anything like that he's triggering, so it doesn't really bother me at this point. So we're going to play Inspiration here. Draw a pair of cards. Picked up an Archaeomancer and Gargamzo, which is pretty good. We're going to play the island here, and we're going to play Talrand right now with Cloud Shift backup. If he tries to point removal at it, we'll blink it and create a Drake. And then we've got the Archaeomancer. I mean, I might even do it at the end of the turn anyway. He's playing what looks to be mono white, so it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of spells he can point at it. So he's just tapping out for a Paragon of New Dawns. That's going to buff up his army. So he's got a pair of 3 power attackers, but he's tapped out. So what I'm going to do is Cloud Shift the Wall of Omens. That'll generate a Drake that can kill one of his attackers, and I'll get to draw a card, and then Archaeomancer can just go ahead and pick that right back up next turn. So we will draw a card. We will kill one of his Lone Missionaries, and we'll just block the other one. All safe since he's tapped out, so then we'll pass it back to him. We've got the active Talrand in play now. Now it's time to get as much white mana as we can onto the battlefield. So, do I pick up? Yeah, I gotta go pick up. Well, I can protect Talrand with Dissolve now. I don't think I pick up Cloud Shift until the next turn. For now, I'll just put down a Guard Gamazoa and leave my Dissolve open, because he could potentially have a 5 mana card. So we'll just leave the board like this for now. Oh my, excuse me, sorry. And yeah, we got the Gamazoa in play. 1/3 Flying Defender prevents all combat damage that would be dealt to it. So we got a couple of good walls. We got the active Talrand. He's playing an Armillary Sphere, which doesn't bother me. I'm not going to counter that. It's basically just a double Traveler's Amulet. He's going to spend the rest of his mana to go fetch 2 more land, again, which is fine. And it doesn't show me what he fetched, but I'm assuming it's going to be white mana, because he hasn't shown me any other color so far. So that's it. He puts the plains into play. Let's see if he has a 1 mana play, or if he just passes it back over. He can't make any profitable attacks here, since I've got the 2 walls. Nope, we're just getting it back. Didn't need to dissolve anything. Picked up the Cloud Shift. But I think we'll still Archaeomancer and go get one back. I want to keep Dissolve mana open. Let's go get back Cloud Shift from the graveyard. Actually, do we really need to? Yeah, I suppose I could. I mean, he'd have to have double removal spells in order for me to need double Cloud Shift. I've got one in hand, so perhaps I just pick up the Inspiration here now. Just take the Inspiration and hold open the Cloud Shift and the Dissolve. And pass it back. So now is the time where we start to think about just making Drakes on our bonus end step. Don't really have to worry about anything targeting that Talrand in mono white at instant speed. He's got Angelic Edict or Arrest that he can play at sorcery speed, but once we're into the end step, I'm pretty safe, you know, knowing that there won't be removal in response to the Cloud Shift. Excuse me. Ah, my. So he's thinking. I've got this up here, which is pretty important. He's on 6 mana. He could try to cleanse the board, I suppose. He's playing an Angelic Accord, so I think that's something that I want to counter, because if it lands, I can't really interact with it. So we'll counter that and tap out and bottom land. And see, he's got he's got the Lone Missionary, so he would have made an Angel as well, but he doesn't get to do that. For now, it's just a 3/2 gain 4 life. So he's up on 34. He's got a pretty stacked life total, but I'm going to be able to start chewing through that pretty quickly once we get the Drake army on the field. Picked up another Cloud Shift, which is good. We'll put the planes into play here, and we will attack him for 2 in the air. Here we go. Uh-oh. my little fella's in trouble. That's not good. Good thing I'm down here enjoying my nice cold glass of whiskey after work before I have to go up and deal with bath time, bedtime, etc., etc. He's playing another Paragon here, which is fine. Now he's playing a meditation puzzle, and he's going to tap his board for 8 life. Sure, man. Go for it. Yeah, he's going to tap everybody down just to gain 8 life. But he can't swing one creature through that Gamazoa, and he's tapped out. So we're just going to shift the Archaeomancer, generate a Drake, and get back to Cloud Shift. And then we'll just keep doing this over and over again. So there's a Drake. A bit annoying to have to watch this, but and perform it on my side, but that's what the deck is built to do. Let's shift him again. Get a Drake. So 40 life. We're going to chew through that pretty quickly. Let's get on a Cloud Shift. Since he's tapped out, we can tap out all of our Cloud Shifts here, and then draw 2 cards. And we pick up another Talrand, Think Twice, which is good. And get our Cloud Shift back in hand. Although with the Cloud Shift in my hand, I probably should have gotten something else there. Just automatic. So now we untap with a pile of dudes, and we're just going to swing at him with all these flyers. So that's everything. Let's take back the Talrand and the Archaeomancer. So that's 12 in the air. So there we go. We've chipped him down to 28. And again, we've still got we can Cloud Shift 4 more times, plus we can cast Think Twice and flash it back. So now we're looking at a Rock's Faith Mender, 1/5, will double his life gain. Of course, it's a 3/7 now. He's playing a Lone Missionary. So that's going to gain him 8 life, and he's got another 4/3. So let's see if he attacks here. He does. So I'm going to pause the timer here. I'm going to Think Twice, generate a Drake, pick up an Archaeomancer. We're going to Cloud Shift this guy, generate a Drake. There we go, through the motions. Let's get it back into our hand. Cloud Shift him again. Get another Drake. Get it back. This is where I need some. This is where I need some music or something here, just to take you through all this. If he didn't have such an obscenely high life total, you know, I wouldn't have to cloud shift this many times. And yeah, he's tapped out, so let's just go for it one more time. So now we get a bunch of drakes. I've got a cloud shift in hand. Let's go get back to dissolve. Should have done that last turn. And he's tapped out. Let's flash back and think twice. Make another drake. It's pretty obnoxious, you know, for the other guy to have to watch all this. So sorry about that, buddy. Picked up Brimaz, so I'm gonna block like this, and I'm gonna sacrifice a drake to kill it, and then I'm gonna double block here, and a trade like that. Just get some of his stuff off the board. So there we go. We're gonna lose 3 drakes, but we've got 9. So that's he's dead in 2 turns. Provided he doesn't gain more life, of course. So again, we're just gonna bring the team. He's got that Rock's Faithmender over there to gain a bit more life. So let's take back Talrand. Take back the Archaeomancer. And there we go. I'm not going to play the Brimaz or anything. I'm just going to focus on Drake production. Just to kill him in the air next turn. So now he's on 7 mana with 2 cards in hand. And he's playing a Resolute Archangel. He'll bring him back to 20. But it's a 4/4 flyer that stands in my way, so I'm actually just going to counter it here. Because I can get that dissolve back now through Cloud Shift Archaeomancer. So we're going to counter that. Leave an inspiration on top. And see if he attacks at all. Just with the 4/3, so I can Gamazoa that thing all day long. And again, he's tapped out, so I don't need to go shifting or think twice-ing here. I've got 20 power in the air, and he's tapped out. So even a meditation puzzle he can't cast because that's 5 mana. He's only got 3 untapped creatures. So let's just do this, and let's yank back a Drake, and let's get him for exactly 18. And there we go. That is Cloud Shift Combo. That's what it does. You get an Archaeomancer in play, you flicker it, you make a bunch of drakes, you kill the other guy, and you set it up with a bunch of draw spells. It's pretty fun. You know, it's annoying when, you know, playing the deck and setting up the combo is fun. Actually going ahead and executing the combo, you know, once you've won the game, you know, when you've got your Sphinx Bone Wand or your Talrand. The Sphinx Bone Wand is even more annoying because you got to choose creatures or players and target the face every single time. Or, you know, target your different creatures. But anyway, that's the deck. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for some more gameplay tomorrow. Thanks for watching.